I have officially decided that I am going to be participating in a book unhaul because I have way too many books, and this is not even all of my books. I have more underneath my bed. I have more by my TV stand. So this is going to be a very big task of figuring out which ones I will be getting rid of. Okay, so behind me is my bookcase, and I am going to be doing a book unhaul because it is about time that I get rid of some. I think that like some of these I can definitely get rid of. I'm a little nervous because I feel like I'm a book hoarder, but you know, sometimes you just have to get rid of books. It sucks, but I mean, I have over 700 books on my bookcase, and I get rid of them as soon as I read them. So obviously 700 books is a lot of books to have that I probably have too much to. I feel like I just have too much. I mean, you guys can kind of see that this is a monster load of books. I have more over here on the floor. I just feel as though I am overloaded with them. I am going to be going to the book thing tomorrow so that I can donate whatever books I am getting rid of. So obviously these books will not just be thrown out.
I would never, ever, 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 ever throw books out.
So without further ado, let's get started on this book unhaul right now. I have the books beside me that I am going to be donating to the book thing today. I could probably go through my books again and unhaul more of them, but I started feeling really sick last night, so I stopped where I was. So I'm going to quickly talk about which books I'm getting rid of. The majority of them I'm just getting rid of because I've had them on my bookcase for so long and obviously I haven't read them. First up is A Whole Lot of Trouble by Stephanie Bond. I've had this one since I was in high school and it's been like 10 years. So obviously I'm not getting to this one anytime soon. California Holiday by Kate Can. This just, I kind of am over the whole over-the-top perfect romance novel, so I'll be getting rid of this one. Dead Sexy by Amanda Ashley. I got this recently, even though it looks old, but I have no interest in it anymore. I kind of just picked it up because it was part of the buy five for $1, and I needed a fifth one. This was the fifth one, so bye. Getting Lucky by Susan Anderson. Again, this is just a book that I've had in my bookcase for so long, and I kind of need to make space for the books that are all on my floor. Cutthroat by Susan Sala. I reread the back of this. When I originally bought it, I thought it sounded really interesting and very mysterious, but now that I've read so many different types of suspense thrillers, it just doesn't sound like it's something I would want to read now. The Help by Catherine Stockett. You know, I usually don't say this, but I saw the movie and the movie was great, but to read that book, I just don't think I would have the mindset to read it. So sorry. Prey by Michael Crichton. I just don't want it anymore. It's been on my bookcase for however many years, and every time I like put books in a hat, like names, and I pull it out and this one comes out, I'm just like, no. So because I don't really want to read it at any point, why am I going to keep it and waste space on my bookcase? Blue Labyrinth by Preston Child. Just, again, I got this in a bookcase, I think it was like Bookcase Club of the Month or something like that, and I really didn't have an interest in it then, and I still don't have an interest in reading it. The Affair by Lee Child. The Complete Plays by William Shakespeare. I just don't have the room for it, and I also probably wouldn't read this anytime soon. Two books by Charlene Harris. I'm just, you know, I was really into the True Blood series, and I read the first 3 books, but after reading my Black Dagger Brotherhood and Anita Blake series, these just are not cutting it for me. 3 more. But wait, I have more of them. So I'm just getting rid of all of my Charlene Harris books that I had left. The next 3 are 3 books by Nicholas Sparks. I read one of them and I just wasn't the biggest fan. The only one that I read by him that I truly, truly liked was Dear John, and even that one was a little cliche. Nerds Gone Wild by Vicki Lewis Thompson. No clue. With Red Hands by Stephanie Woodworth. I reread it and it just sounds bleh. Out of the Shadows by Kay Hooper. Say Goodbye and The Survivors Club by Lisa Gardner, An Ice Cold Grave by Charlene Harris. This was an ARC sent to me like when I first started on Goodreads, so it was more of a Goodreads giveaway, and I just never got around to reading it, and I feel like at this point it's pointless to read. But Romanus by Jonathan Amarat, and I just, after reading the back of the cover last night, I was just like, bye. Die For Me by Karen Rose, just no. Don't Tell a Soul by David Rosenfeld. Lifelines by CJ Lyons. I've literally had this since I graduated high school. Why am I going to keep that? Actually, I haven't, because it came out in 2008, so I graduated in 2007, so obviously, no. But whatever. Next few books that I have, I am getting rid of because I have read them. I'm not keeping books that I've read. I'm not that type of person. I have too many books as is. The Christmas Cookie Collection by Lori Wilde. It was really cute. 12 Days of Christmas by Debbie McComber. Dog's Letters to Santa. Confessions by Kane Minateo. Dying for Christmas by Tammy Cohen. It by Stephen King. Into the Darkest Corner by Elizabeth Haynes. And What Doesn't Kill Her by Carla Norton. Those are my books that I'm unhauling. I am dropping them off at the Book Thing, which is a place that people go to in Baltimore that they can get free books. Also, whatever books they are not going to put out on the floor, they do sell if they're in good quality, so to keep the place running and all of that. So I'm going to show you what I then have to do when I get home, so that you can kind of see why I'm getting rid of books that I've read just recently. These are all the books. Obviously you really can't see because I have trash bags in them, but these are books I keep in a container, and then I have the books on my floor still. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get as many of them on here as I can, and then obviously when I'm re-looking through my bookcases, I can see if there's anything else that I would like to get rid of. That was my quick unhaul, and I am also going to be bringing you guys to the Book Thing so that you can see how great it is there. See you soon!